Hi guys, DK here. In this week's video, I am going to take you through some new data visualization components now available in DKUI. So in a recent video, we covered the table display, and which has been very well received. And thank you very much to everybody who's sent me messages saying that this has been a useful addition to them. But yeah, in the last few days I've been asked about chart displays and have dived in and created some components for these. So for this, I've actually now shifted the table display and these new chart displays under their own data display category in DKUI. So that's where you'll find them. So yeah, the first one is of course the table display, which we've already had, and the next one is actually the pie chart. So we can scroll in here and have a look at what this component can do. So this is all actually based on Python's matplotlib. So if you are familiar with that paradigm, a lot of this will probably make sense to you. So one of the things I'd like to do here is actually just make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to put down a slider here with 400, and we can put that into both the width and the height, and maybe we can make that 500. There we go. That's now a little bit bigger on our DKUI there, and this input just takes standard standard CSS color naming. Oh, it can actually take quite a range of different colors, but let's put down a panel and see if we can change some of this here. So let's make we can just go something like red, blue, green, yellow, orange. And you need to spell it correctly, of course. Now this needs to be a list of data, so we have to turn this into multi-line, and we can plug this into the colors, and yeah, that will update the colors in the display. Now we could do something here. We can also, let's say, we could go 80, 80, 80. We can put in hex values, and those that will give us and we can also put in RGBA 255. Let's reduce it down. 127 1270. Let's see if that hopefully that doesn't break, but no, that works as well. So you can and we can also do things like all of the CSS colors, like the light blue, that sort of thing, can all be done in there. So that works across all of these components. We can you can use a range of different color inputs. So yeah, and that will definitely help if you're wanting to sort of stylize these. And we also have the ability here to pick up the UI mode. So if I put down a Boolean toggle, connect it up to the UI mode, and click that to true, that'll take us to a dark mode. And this is this will follow the or can be set up to follow the light mode, dark mode changeover setup that we already have for the rest of the styling in DKUI. So yeah, that can all be set up automatically if required. So that is the pie chart. Now with the pie chart at the moment, that just takes single lists for So it isn't set up for trees, but it will take a list of names and a list of data. So and then it will do the rest. So we can move on now to a bar chart, and again I think I'd like to make this a little bit bigger, so I can we can put that 500 into there. Maybe a little tidier if we do that. We do it with its own component, and yeah, that will change our display. And we can in fact take the same list of colors here and plug them in, and because the number of colors here lines up with the number of bars, that can also be used to update the I'm just going to update this while I'm here, because this is in fact the line chart. And it'll make a little bit more sense when we actually come to do the line chart. The joys of live coding. All right, so I'm going to add to group, and we'll pull that down and out of the way. So same as our previous or our bar chart, our pie chart, we can actually toggle this to a dark mode if we'd like to, and we can toggle the grid lines on and off based on this grid lines input. And if we want the chart to be a horizontal, we can actually just put that put the horizontal into that into this input. And finally, if we'd like to show the values, we can actually just pipe a true into the value labels. So that's the bar chart demo. And again, I hope you find this useful for displaying various types of data in Grasshopper or in your DKUI powered Grasshopper scripts. And finally, we're going to look at the line chart. And again, I'm going to grab the slider, and we'll make this a little bit. We can make this a little bit bigger. Now we can add labels here. We'll pull up a panel, and we can call this my x-axis label. And my y-axis label. So that you can plug those in to just to label your axes. And I'm going to grab another toggle here. Again, we can turn the grid lines on and off using the grid lines input. We can also toggle between the light mode and the dark mode. And on the colors input here, that we can have a. I'm going to grab a panel here. We can say maybe blue. And if we pipe that into our colors, that will change our line plot to a blue color. Now, what we could do here is the line chart actually supports tree-based data. So we could go something like 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we could have a second set of data here. Now if I grab an entwine component, and we grab these two lists and then put this into our data, we will actually get two plots. And we can, with the colors, we can make our second one. I need to make this multi-line data. We can make this a, we can change the, we can enter two different colors and have two different, the two different line plots, end up with those. And we can also label these. So we'll call this data list 1 and data list 2. If we put this into our keys input, we can now label each of those line plots with their own key. So I think that just about covers these new components. As always, guys, if you find a DKUI useful in your own workflow, or you would like to, or you find these videos that I'm making useful in part of this learning process with DKUI, you are always more than welcome to grab this icon by Dave or Beer, drop that onto your canvas, and what that will open is your browser, and to a PayPal page where you are more than welcome to tell me what DKUI is worth to you. All donations are gratefully received and certainly go a long way to keep my motivation for developing new components and publishing new videos on how to use DKUI. If you have any questions, you can leave those in the comment section of this video, or you can track me down on the Rhino Discord. I'm available, or Discourse. I'm available or known on there as Kiteboard Shaper. Thanks very much.